Hello. A Quiet Place, day 1. I don't really know what I expected when I went into this film, but I can tell you that I didn't expect to actually enjoy it. I had no idea that this movie was a thing. I had seen the first Quiet Place when it came out, and I liked it well enough, but I wasn't super interested to see the second one, which I didn't really know that was a thing until much, much later after it came out, and I still haven't seen it. And then this one, I hadn't even heard, but a friend of mine sent me the trailer, and we decided to go see it because she really wanted to go see it. So I said, why not? Also, there's a cat in this film, which I will get to in a minute, but to show off my fondness for cats, I have cat hair all over me right now. And then, this is Mr. Pumpkin. Isn't he beautiful? He came to join me. His brother's in here somewhere, but he's hiding, so right now, it's just Pumpkin. Alright, so what is this film about? On IMDb, the summary is: a woman named Sam finds herself trapped in New York during the early stages of an invasion by alien creatures with ultra-sensitive hearing. To introduce the film, the actors of this film, why am I having such a hard time breathing? Is it because I'm just so excited to talk about this film? Or is it because I haven't been speaking all day and so now it's a lot of effort? I would survive well in a quiet place. I need my cats. Lupita Nyong'o portrays Samantha, Sam, as we get to know through the film, and Joseph Quinn portrays Eric. Now, the interesting thing about Sam is she's a terminally ill cancer patient who has already accepted that she's going to die. I think there's a part in the film where she has said, like, first it was this many months, and then it was this many weeks, and then it became any day. She lives in a hospice with her cat, Frodo. Fun fact, Frodo was originally scripted as being a hissing, arching back kind of cat, very realistic when they're afraid. But Michael Sarmowski wanted a real cat over his CGI. Great idea. Love you. They used 2 cats. Their names are Nico and Schnitzel. They're so cute. And Lupita Nyong'o actually had to go to cat therapy to get over her incredible fear of cats. She talks about it in a couple of interviews, but she ended up adopting a cat after the movie, which I love you, girl. Anyway, so her nurse convinces her to go with them out to the city to see a show because he promises that they will get pizza afterwards. They end up going into a marionette show in Manhattan. Beautiful little scene, very moving, conveys so many things with just simple little wooden puppets. I love it. Meteor-like objects start to fall from the sky though during this show, and it results in hostile aliens attacking the general crowds. Sam gets jumbled in the confusion and gets knocked out. Now here's where my enjoyment and also pure frustration with the film starts to come in. This scene was so rough for me because of Frodo. She walked away from Frodo. How can you walk away from your cat? And the whole time, the whole scene, I didn't care what was going on with her, where she was going, what she was seeing, nothing. I just wanted the damn cat to be okay, and all I'm just thinking about is that the cat is still on the bus. The cat, like, where is Frodo? I did not care 1 inch about Sam. I just cared about the cat. But when she wakes up, she is with other survivors, including her nurse, who happened to actually take care of her cat and save her cat. So she's reunited with Frodo. There is an amazing nail-biting scene in this little section. It's when Sam, Frodo, and the nurse, that's what she's trying to like leave, and the nurse is trying to follow her to convince her not to go, but she just wants pizza. It's a huge thing. It repeats throughout this whole movie, is that the only thing Sam cares about is getting her damn pizza. And Frodo gets away and claws at the door, and one of the aliens hears it. And I love that Sam dived for her cat when the alien ran in, and then it's just like so intense because you just see Sam holding onto this dang cat, and you see the nurse across the way getting breathed on by the alien. And all I cared about was the cat, but I was also so concerned that the cat was going to make a noise. Really, really scary. Fighter jets come and they bomb the bridges of Manhattan to try and keep the island isolated. The power then cuts off and it causes the generator to activate, which is no go. No. Sam then sees an alien take out the nurse. Sam then leaves the other survivors with Frodo. Sam and Frodo end up just right after that leaving the other survivors, saying that she just wants her freaking pizza. Another thing that I thought was really interesting is that the military flew high enough above the city to attract the aliens. They fly helicopters and have like a little speaker, and they're announcing things throughout the whole film. This causes a stampede of the aliens following the helicopter. I think it's really interesting. I can just my only thing is like, that's a stampede of really heavy aliens chasing after a helicopter. So who knows how many people died just from those announcements. But anyways, the military announces that they are evacuating surviving civilians via boat because the aliens, as I'm sure was explanatory with the fact that they bombed the bridges, but the aliens can't swim. So they're evacuating citizens via boat so that way the aliens can't follow them and the civilians will be safe. But this causes a ton of people to go out to the boat, and doesn't matter how quietly you walk. Hundreds of people walking together is going to make a steady hum sound. On top of the fact that people are just fucking dumb, and there's a couple of them rolling suitcases. Sam gets away from the attack as the aliens drop down on the massive amount of people trying to evacuate. But of course, once again, she gets separated from Frodo. Frodo comes across Eric, who just emerged from I was going to say drowning subway. The subways don't drown, but he almost did. And Eric ends up following Frodo back to Sam. After much pestering, she does agree to allowing Eric to follow her and Frodo on their way to go get pizza. They have a wonderful bonding scene. During a thunderstorm where they can actually scream out their grief, their frustrations, and it's really wonderful. It's such a special and unique scene, and I just love how creative it was. It was probably one of my favorite scenes throughout the entire movie, at least for the characters, the human ones. On their journey to get pizza, they have to go through a flooded subway where we witness firsthand the aliens being unable to swim in the water and drowning from it. But during the constant running and excitement and her lack of medication, Sam starts to become too sick and too much in pain to continue on. Eric goes with Frodo to get some medicine. There's an unnecessarily terrifying scene of the cat hanging out above a bunch of eggs of aliens. Stop endangering the damn cat. They finally show up to the pizza place. The pizza place that Sam wanted is on fire, but Eric finds a different pizza place, and they find an area where there's pianos and alcohol still left on the tables. And so they just hang out in this room and bond some more. I kept thinking that the cat was going to jump on the piano, and I was unable to fully enjoy the scene due to fear for the cat. After this, they both start heading to the boats to be evacuated themselves, but very quickly realize that with the aliens stalking the shore, following the boat, they can't both get there. So Sam gives her jacket and Frodo to Eric before running away, smashing car windows and everything. And Eric runs towards the open water where the boat is, and survivors are waving at him to come hurry up. He jumps in the water with Frodo and manages to get to the boat safely. A note by Sam was left in the jacket pocket telling him to take care of Frodo and thanking him for reminding her to live. The end has Sam listening to her handy dandy iPod and walking through the deserted city before unplugging it and playing the music aloud. And the movie ends with a monster, with an alien jumping down behind her. I will not watch this movie again. It was very good. It was decent. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it the whole time. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time, but I wasn't on the edge of my seat the whole time because of the situation, because of how scary it was, or even because of the characters, because I was so bought into the characters. I was on the edge of my seat because I was worried for the dang cat the whole entire time. So without the cat, I don't think I would have been as interested in the film, and I think that is why they used a cat to because there's only so many times you can see people going through things, and seeing an animal, especially a cat, which a lot of people register as being untamable, they do their own thing. So how do you keep a little animal that when it's happy it purrs and everything? How do you keep that thing okay and alive? I feel like a dog would be harder to keep alive during this kind of a film too. But the characters in the storyline weren't necessarily boring. They were just pretty generic, which is fine. I do enjoy that. I don't need something new and revolutionary every movie. So the storyline was pretty basic and pretty enjoyable and very to the point. And so were the characters. And I did honestly enjoy that. Frodo was the one that added color and life to the characters and to the script and to the horror. It was lovely to see the lack of CGI when it came to the cat and everything. The aliens are obviously CGI, and some of the explosions are definitely CGI, as well as the ruined sets and everything. I think there was some practical building, but I do think honestly that there was CGI. I mean, there was, because you can't destroy an entirety of Manhattan, and you can't build an entirely destroyed Manhattan because that's just way too expensive. So it added such realism and comfort to see the cat be real. If he had been CGI, it would have been fine probably, because they would have done well, but I think it would have made the movie feel a lot less stake worthy and intense. There was one stupid pointless jump scare. It was because the Sam was dreaming, and then there was just this pointless jump scare of the alien popping up. I was genuinely so angry during that. I hated that because yes, it scared me. Cool, great, but it was cheap and it was unnecessary to the plot. But it's fine. It's just one. I do think that if you're just looking for a fun movie to just sit down and watch for a night and be on the edge of your seat, even if you don't watch this movie ever again, I think it's a fun one-time watch. I think it's a pretty decent horror film, and it was honestly super fun to go see it with friends. I haven't gone with a group of people like that to see a movie in a while, and this was a great one. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. If you've seen this movie, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, any thoughts and feelings regarding it. Did you love Frodo as much as me? Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye!